Hey, this is Tristan.
And Kelsey, and welcome back to Contracted and Committed.
So you're probably wondering, what's our big plan for the future? The truth is, we don't have one. And guess what? That's okay. We're still thriving and surviving.
In this episode, we're diving into why it's okay not to have a 5-year plan, especially when you're living a life full of uncertainty, adventure, and change. Society, though, does love to push the idea that you need a crystal clear vision for your future. But we've chosen a different path. And today we're talking about why that works for us and how it might just work for you too.
So let's get into it. So, with the travel life, you can't really nail down a specific timeline for everything. So how do you think you deal with that?
I think we try our best is how we deal with that.
We try our best. What does that mean? What does that look like to you?
I think it's still stressful because it's ever changing. You don't know. Contract can just be cut off short, or you're there for the full time. You don't know what you're getting yourself into fully all the time. And when you're trying to get into a new one, you have this laundry list of options, and then it gets cut down real quick, and you're kind of pinpointed into a direction, and you just kind of have to roll with the punches, if you will.
And I think it's more of we have a soft outline of the things we want to do, not
True.
necessarily like a hard 5-year plan, like, okay, in 2 years we're going to do this, in 3 years we're going to do this, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's like we have a general idea of what we want to accomplish most likely in the next 5 years, and then we'll just kind of work to those goals slowly as we get through them.
Yeah, what are our outlines, would you say?
Pay off student loans. That's
Yeah, and I think also going to places, if we are going to travel for work, to places that we want to go see and we want to go travel to, places that we might not get the opportunity to go to or might not want to vacation at, per se, later in life.
But it'd still be unique to go and visit and actually be there for a while.
And also the fact of the road tripping / driving out there too, because it's we're talking about maybe going to California, and the road trip to get to California, we're never going to do that again, you know, so take your time and do all the things the stops you want to do on that road trip.
I'm more inclined to do that road trip because we'd be there for 4-5 months, something like that, versus going there for a week and taking 3 days to drive there just to be there for a week. You know?
Correct. Yeah. And it's, with there's not really a road map, and you just have to embrace uncertainties. There's not really a road map on your road trip.
Yeah, that's what Google Maps is for.
I was trying to make a joke, but it didn't hit very well. And I think that's something that's hard for me to let go of, but when you're doing travel, you just kind of have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with family wanting certain things or expecting certain things too. It's hard sometimes. What do you think about that?
I think our family does a pretty good job of supporting us. I don't know if they had expected us to do this kind of thing in the first place. So I think that might have been a little surprising. Just the whole travel thing in general. But then I think, they're supportive now that we've kind of gotten into it and have started doing it.
But it's really important to stay flexible within this life and just kind of seeing how it all unfolds, where you're going to go. It's kind of exciting. It's oh, look at all these options we have. And it's ooh, we could go to Alaska. We could go to Hawaii. We could go to California. We could go to
all these. Go to all these things.
Could is the basis of those
not
statements.
Not always realistic.
Yeah, it would be great to go to Hawaii, but then Tristan would be working pretty early, third shift.
2 a.m.
Yeah, so that would be a huge change, and we probably wouldn't take Izzy. There's a lot of different logistics for Hawaii, but there's a lot of, I don't know, it's just interesting and fun to think about all these different options, and then it gets narrowed down to one. So it's nice.
For sure. Coming out of grad school, you were at a regular clinic. Did you ever think about, hey, maybe I'll go into travel? Or did you think, oh, we have like this general idea of what we want to get done, and now it's out of the window because we've done travel.
Kind of lost you. Say that again.
Yeah. Okay. So when you graduated, you went to work at a regular outpatient clinic,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Yep. You did not even think about travel at that time.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you have a 5-year plan at that time?
I did have a 5-year plan probably, but it was like very generic of like I knew I wanted to work in pediatrics. I wanted to grow myself professionally. I wanted to get different certifications and start things in the community. So professionally, that was my 5-year plan, is to do those things. And then for like personal life, I wanted to eventually, instead of renting a place, buying a house. And that was kind of my 5-year plan, to be honest, just to like be able to buy a house and like be settled in somewhere. But obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah, went off the roads a little bit.
Which is fine. I think we are better financially in this situation. And I think we both grown so much as people in the past, not even 2 years we've been traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So almost 2 years. 2 years would be in January this next coming year, which is crazy to think. I feel like we've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
But we've grown both. I feel like maybe I've grown more than you, professionally and personally. But it's a lot. I think it was worth it. It still is worth it to do it. So
you're still happy with the decision, throwing out that old 5-year plan and just kind of going more with this play it by ear type plan.
Yes, I do think so. I think if you would have asked me that question right when I got out of grad school, I would have said no. Obviously, I didn't do it. So, but looking back, I don't think I would be the person I am or the professional I am today if I would have stayed in the same pediatric outpatient clinic. I don't think my personal and professional growth would be as drastic. I think it would take me double the time to get to where I am now.
So you think it's worth it overall?
I think it's definitely worth it to grow yourself. You're like stepping out of a comfort zone. Every time you step outside of your comfort zone, that's where growth happens. So, yeah. I've grown so much by stepping out of comfort zones, you know?
Well, that's great.
So, what do you think?
In terms of my development, I mean, I'm just kind of cruising. But I like seeing all the new places and stuff like that. I had a general outline for like a 5-year plan when you got out of grad school. And that kind of just went out the window a little bit just because, I mean, there's just so much change that's happening. And you never know, even on this travel journey, we could have found a place that we wanted to actually just lay roots down in.
Right.
But, sometimes that doesn't happen, or sometimes you try and it's like, oh, it's only a contracted position and you just kind of got to move on. So,
yeah,
it could be. I think overall, I've grown just personally, just being able to see more of the country, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Interact with different people. Yeah.
Just seeing how different areas of the U.S. live. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really it's eye-opening. It's not crazy as a culture shock as, like, going to Europe or Japan, obviously. Like, those types of things. But, like, there is little nuances of differences, and some more than others, you know? So, in those aspects, you do grow. Because you do grow a lot when you go overseas and interact with different cultures, and which is also fun and something we want to do if we get to that point in our lives eventually.
Yeah. Overall, I'm glad you chose travel.
Traveling.
I think when you brought it home to me, it's not something I'd ever really considered in the first place. Because when I think traveling, I always think like traveling nurses. And then I don't know why I didn't think there could be traveling PTs or OTs or
just
speech.
Healthcare. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, that's pretty neat opportunity. And it's like, how did you come about hearing about travel and wanting to eventually do it?
Well, we always hear about travel. I've heard about it a lot in school. And it just wasn't something that I thought we would like, or I also kind of was like, this is way out of my comfort zone. I don't want to put myself out there that much I guess. It just wasn't in my comfort zone or wheelhouse to even like think about as an option. But with like friends doing it from grad school, and I was just like, okay, well, we can try. Like, let's look into it. Like, what's the worst? What can we lose? Of just looking into it and doing it. And it seemed like a great opportunity, especially when we're young. I guess we're still young. We'll say we're still young.
Not 30 yet.
And so yeah, I knew about it, and a lot of people talk about doing it, but it's like we want to be around family, and that's like the hardest part about it is being around family. But it's really fun.
For sure.
I really like it.
Do you think you would have been prepared enough straight coming out of grad school to doing a travel contract?
I think I would be prepared. I don't think I would be prepared.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're putting down.
But I feel like no matter if you're going into a travel position or a new job or a new job, like you always don't feel prepared enough until you get in there and start doing it and understanding everything. Even going from job to job, and like anybody, not even travel jobs, just
in general,
I feel like you're like, oh, I'm not prepared, don't know what I'm doing. But then it becomes second nature to you, and it's like a well-oiled machine after a while. So I would feel like I'm not prepared, but I feel like I would be prepared enough to just do it.
Thinking about not feeling prepared or not knowing how to do it, do you ever think that that's just kind of everyone at some point? Or it's just like, oh, there's just like so many people out there that actually don't know what they're doing, but they've been in these jobs for a decent amount of time and they're still...
I think it's a lot of imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I think people know more than what they give themselves credit for. It's either that or they're overtly cocky and think they know everything and are not open to change and ideas and perspectives. So I feel like everybody is either one or the other. And if you're content with something, I feel like that's a red flag. If you're content in your work life, it's good to be content for a little bit, but if you're consistently content, you're not growing. You're not, and that's something that I felt in my first job, like just kind of being content. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm not learning, I'm not growing, and I'm a new grad. Like, this is not okay. Like,
You haven't even been a DPT for a whole year at that point. And
right,
it's like,
yeah.
I don't know everything, but yet I'm still...
doing the job, and I feel like I'm not learning anything to benefit me to make myself a better person and physical therapist in general. So,
but it's not bad to eventually be content where you're at, because eventually you grow enough where it's like, okay, you maybe can just sit down and relax a bit.
Okay, maybe when you're like middle-aged. But there's still like new things that always, at least in our job and field, I'm sure a lot of fields of job that like new ideas come in or new processes, like
new technology.
Yeah, and if you're either content, it's just weird. Like, you should be like, oh, I don't know how to do that, let me figure it out. Like, there should be always something that you're learning. And I'm not saying like every day, every week, every month, but
you should still have a hunger to improve yourself, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And that's something that I really I do, I guess. I feel like I am always like trying to better myself and do something more, or if that makes sense at all.
Yeah, I think that makes pretty good sense. Got a little bit off topic of the 5-year plan thing. I was just curious.
Yeah.
On those other little insights that you kind of get here after traveling for a little bit. Do you see... I have 2 questions.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see yourself traveling for much longer, / how long? And do you think there's people out there that have always just traveled? What do you think about like that kind of concept, and what do you think about how long you want to travel for?
It's definitely people that go and travel in the healthcare their whole career, which I think is great. I don't think that's for us. Or for me, but I'm going to say us, as I feel like you also. It's great. I think it's great at the beginning of your career and at the end of your career. in my opinion. Like, I think it's great right now. Like, I'm learning a lot, doing a lot, seeing places a lot, different places, meeting a lot of people, which is great for networking too. I don't see myself doing it too much longer because we do want to settle down and have a family, and I don't see us having a family while we're trying to do travel work. I feel like that would be insane.
Yeah, traveling with a family on the road.
Yeah. And I don't know if anybody, there has to be somebody or a handful of people that do have kids and are traveling. But the majority of the people I know that are traveling do not have kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're either single or they're spouses or the one spouse works from home, kind of like our situation. But then I also see us do it at the end of my career before retirement. It's like, hey, I'm done, but because like in retirement, I want to go see more. You know, like that's the time of also traveling again. Hopefully we're healthy enough to continue to travel at that point in our lives. And hopefully Kelsey is okay with retiring eventually.
Yeah.
That I think it's a good point to travel for a couple of years at the end of our retirement. Or even we retire and then we pick up. It's like, oh, do you want to go to California for 3 months? It's like, yeah, let's go to California. Let's get a job, get a little bit more money. It's like play money at that point. It doesn't have to be a full-time position. There's a lot of part-time travel work as well. So, and then you wouldn't have to back the travel either. You could literally find, okay, we want to wait until a New Mexico one opens up and we'll take it. Let us know ASAP. And then it's like, oh, we have 6 months between the two and we go home or we go here, we go there. I foresee us being able to do that. And I think that would be an opportunity that would be fun.
Sounds like you're planning pretty far out.
Yeah, we don't have a 5-year plan.
You got a 40-year plan.
No, I think about that. Like, if we do stop traveling, which inevitably we will, I wouldn't be opposed to going back into travel for any reason. I just think while having kids, it's not the best opportunity for us as a family and for the kids either. Because they'd be like moving around all the time.
Stability is pretty important for those kind of things.
And also it's like, can you imagine? We have to figure out our doctors every time we move. Good thing we're healthy and we don't have like things we have to go do monthly, yearly. But like imagine having like birthing a child and then trying to do well visits while you're moving coast to coast. Like that just seems like a headache in itself.
Yeah.
So
you can't even use Tylenol for those headaches.
Oh my gosh. We don't get political here. Okay.
Nope.
Anyways, what do you think about answer those questions that you asked me?
Oh, what were they? Do you remember?
Yes, are there people that actually travel all the time out there, do you think? And then do you feel like you could travel when you think we'll be done with traveling?
So definitely there's people that travel for their whole lives. I've even met someone that's traveled for almost their whole life. I sort of work with them. They're part of our partner company that I work with through my work. And she had been a traveling nurse for 30 years, but she had never planned on getting married or having kids or anything like that. So I think that's why she had the opportunity to do that, where she's more willing to just kind of travel around and do those things. And it's like, more power to you. You had an idea of what you wanted and what you didn't want, and you just kind of made it happen and enjoyed her life. And she's a very happy and worldly person, it seems like.
Right,
so
yeah.
There's definitely people out there that do that. And I don't think having a family on the travel road is very realistic. / the difficulty would definitely ramp up if we tried to have a family on the road.
We have a dog and it's hard enough.
Yeah, already logistically hard enough with a dog, let alone a baby or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
So that'd be a lot tougher. So I think in the next couple of years, I think we'll eventually find a place to settle down into.
Yeah.
I think it's always kind of a look and see kind of situation where it's, is there an opportunity in areas that we are actually interested in for a full-time position?
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to apply and look and at least see an offer if one is available to us.
And honestly, we do that. Like, we look around and see what's available. I apply. We see it. And
it's okay to say no.
Right. It just, I like to be able to know, like, okay, that's what that company looks like. That's what that company is looking for. And then if it comes available again, I know, what it looks like and, what they're looking for and if I want to apply again and stuff. And we're to the point where we could settle. Like, there's job opportunities for sure. And we could settle, but we are choosing not to settle into a job that we're not going to be happy with the job, the location, about the job or the location, anything involving it.
With having travel kind of secured, we're able to be picky, for sure.
That's true. It's like, okay, that's a good way to put
it. Let's be picky about the job that you eventually settle down into, right? Because we're comfortable with where we're at and what we're currently doing, and, if something comes along, we'll apply to it and take a look, and if it's not an offer that's amenable to us, we can say no and just keep on traveling.
Right, exactly. We're not going to settle, which is hard for me. Just getting older into this, there's a lot of pressure, unsaid, unspoken pressure of like settling down and having a family. And, I don't want to be a geriatric pregnancy. Like, that's 35. And it's like, okay, like, we still have time.
Yes.
A lot can happen in 2 months. A lot can happen in a year. But it's always in the back of my mind. And it's kind of an unspoken pressure of like, okay, it's like time to settle down. Like, it's ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Yeah.
But
your genetic timer or whatever it's called.
Yeah. But then also you see people that don't have kids at all. Or, don't have kids until they're 40. And it makes me feel a little bit better. Like, okay, it's okay. We can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do think there's something to say about saying yes to a lot of opportunities, but knowing when you need to say no as well. I think it's great to say yes to opportunities that are temporary, but with things that are more finalized, taking a step back and being like, hey, is this really what we want to do or not? And being picky. Because the worst thing is the worst thing would be to get into a job for full time, hate it, and then have to keep moving around. Or come back knocking on traveling door and
be like, hey, this thing that I left you to go do didn't work out. Please take me back.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, it's life, whatever. But that's something that I don't want to have to do, I guess. So, and a lot of opportunities, arise unexpectedly, and sometimes those doors slam in your face. Like recently, a big door slammed in our face. Surprisingly slammed in our face. The place we're working at right now, I applied for the full-time position, and they had a really hard decision to make between myself and another applicant, and they decided to go with another applicant instead of me, who was already doing the job.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a big slap in the face, to be honest, and to be kind of just blatantly honest about that. This opportunity is really close to family. It's really close to home. We were like, okay, like, obviously we don't know 100% that I'm going to get this, but we were leaning more towards, okay, like,
it was probably like 80%, I was guessing.
Yeah, I was saying like 70. Like, I wasn't giving myself that much credit. It's like, hey, I'm doing the job. I have a lot of experience, a lot of different experience, like, because I've been to so many places. That we were like, okay, like, there's a good chance I could get this, right? And then to have the news of, oh, nope, this person that has never done the job is going to take your job. But the good side of it is that they could have only given me 30 days, but instead they're letting me stay until Christmas break, which is great because no place is going to hire me during the holidays. And so that's...
And our lease, too.
And our lease is, yeah.
Until December, so
we
it's
didn't
like,
want to break
our
lease.
It costs money.
So they were going to keep me until the end of November, and then they extended it for a little bit shortened hours, as far as I know at this time, is kind of the plan. So that was kind of a not fun news we had recently.
Yep.
And I think the hardest part for me was the fact of, like, we weren't hyping it up, but we were like, oh, it would be so good to be in this area, you know.
Geographically, it
was really good for us because family was so close. Like, 15 to 40 minutes was, like, all of our family.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my gosh, it'd be so nice to, like, live in this area. We'd be able to see, like, my brother and his brother all the time.
Some people were already looking up housing.
I was looking up housing to see what was in the area. Because it's like, we're getting out of this rental house if we do get the full-time position. Because it's more on the expensive side. And it's more than a mortgage would have been a month. I don't know. And just, like, the thought of, like, starting to think about having kids and raising kids with close proximity to family and friends. And then the loss of that, I think, was the hardest for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, the job is great. It had good benefits. I didn't know the pay at that time. I kind of couldn't assume the pay of what it was going to be, which we would have taken from what I saw.
Okay, you say you assume you know what the pay is.
Okay.
I think the pay would have been lower than what we were expecting, and they weren't able to come up to something that they think you would have been amenable to, and that's why I think they chose the other person.
Yeah. So, we don't know why.
Yeah, well, you can't say you know the pay, because you don't. You don't know the pay.
Okay, well, with with how close it was to home, it was kind of like, we'll see what the pay is and kind of thing. But the reason they picked the other person is because the other applicant has more equipment experience. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. So that was kind of hard to hear when I feel like I have a decent amount of experience in itself. So, just kind of, when a door closes, right now 1 million are opening.
Yep. So we heard hey, we're not going to have that job anymore. And then we really had to kind of shift gears, right? And figure out travel, what our next contract's going to look like. We started reaching out to our recruiter again. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, this is the situation. Let's turn it into overdrive. Let's go figure out our next place here.
It's like, let's go.
Yeah.
So she gave us a list of places. We ranked them. Mm-hmm. And she kind of asked, like, when our ideal start date was. And we said January because we're not going to go somewhere at the end of December and then fly back for the holidays. And it's kind of a financial wash at that point. Mm-hmm. So we were like, let's just start in January. So it sounds like I might be doing school-based. Just because January is a great start date for school-based programs more than outpatient pediatrics at this time. So there's a lot, and we ranked them, and now I'm interviewing them, and this has all happened in the span of 3 days. 3 to 4 days, we'll say.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, and that's with 2-day weekend in there.
Yeah.
So our recruiter's on it. I've also applied to some full-time positions here, too, just to see what's out there, just like 3. And I have an interview with one of those as well. Just see what they are. I don't think we're going to be interested in any of them because, like I said, we're pretty picky at this time because we're not going to settle for a job.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, doors closing and opening and...
I always just try to take a very relaxed approach, is don't put all my eggs in one basket. Was I surprised about that door closing? Very much so. But I think I'm more like, okay, well, we didn't necessarily come into this place exactly expecting to live here for the rest of our lives, so
no,
I don't think it impacted me as much, and I didn't do as much research around the area as some other people.
He's just mad at me because I was looking at houses so much.
And you're like, oh, what about this house? And what about this house?
And I was just excited.
We don't even know if we have a job here.
I know. I just get excited, and especially when it's like, oh my gosh, we could like start thinking about having a family, and I think that really got me excited. Mm-hmm. And once again, the location of how close family is was
the location was nice,
really appealing. Sure. Yeah. Has there been any like spontaneous things we've done that kind of fulfilled our experiences, you think, within travel?
Spontaneous things that we've done,
or like a time that we embraced it that kind of was a good thing that fulfilled us? I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
You're just asking questions, huh? Good question. Good question. I think it's not necessarily one thing. I think just the experience of living in a completely different city away from other people is always
Mm-hmm.
a interesting experience. I think it's pretty fulfilling. I think it helped our relationship quite a bit and helped us improve ourselves in that way, and being able to see kind of different parts of the country and see what we like, what we dislike, the kind of people that we meet and
Mm-hmm.
like and or dislike
Uh-huh.
depending on
Exactly.
the job or the area and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. I did like the people in Jacksonville, North Carolina, because
mhm,
that's the one that you're most likely talking about.
mhm.
Because we really were away, very, I wouldn't say isolated, but like
It's further
isolated.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think it brought us together. Excuse me, geez, hiccuped. I do think it brought us together. I actually kind of liked it more than being home.
Really?
Yeah,
Why so?
because you pay attention to me more.
I pay attention to you more.
I feel like I'm like second choice sometimes.
Okay. I gotta hang out with friends sometimes too,
Yeah, but I don't
darling. It
have any
can't just be
friends.
you all the
I don't have any
time.
friends I can hang out with though. They
You
either have
do.
babies or and are too busy or they're in different states.
Mm-hmm. You gotta make the effort.
I know, I
Who do
know.
you think does all these plannings to
I
meet
did
almost all
plan.
these
I did
friends?
plan one.
Exactly. And you're going to meet them, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I'm going to be second fiddle that day. Right?
You're gonna be in Las Vegas that day.
Yes.
So, who's second fiddle? I don't know. You're the one that made the plans to go to Las Vegas before I made the plans to see a friend.
Yep. See, I'm making plans out here, making deals, getting
We
things
didn't need
done,
to make
see
a
people.
plan. You could have just not stayed home and went to Las Vegas on a road trip to California.
Well, that's not as fun.
Okay, you're right. And we don't even know if we're going to California yet.
Yeah,
But
exactly. So, with all this spontaneity,
tenaciety.
sure, that one. We can't always focus on too far in the future. So, how do we stay in the present? How do we focus on today and tomorrow versus 2, 3, 4 years down the line?
It's really
without
hard.
stressing on it.
It's really hard for Kelsey.
It's really hard for Kelsey.
Yes.
Why is it so hard?
It's so hard because I'm a planner, and I don't know. It's hard, but I feel like I'm better at telling myself to stop thinking about the future so much. I mean, obviously, it's like, okay, we want good health and we want a good family, we want XYZ, but like day to day, like, okay, 2 years, this is exactly how it's going to look. And it's just exhausting to try to figure all that out in your head, in your mind, or wherever you're putting this plans at, because life changes so quick. Like one day I'm here, the next day I'm finding out I'm not gonna be here. One day I like chocolate, the next day I don't like chocolate, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's ever changing. It's like, I don't know what we're gonna look like in 3 months from now, let alone 2 years. You know?
So we gotta live in the moment a bit and just kind of focus around our little area here.
Yeah, live in the moment, day to day, do what you can. I think that's more fulfilling, because if you look so much in the future, kind of the joy of the present gets washed away.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
And I think it is something that you have improved upon quite greatly in this travel experience here.
Yeah.
Where you definitely used to look more in the future, and it's like, well, can't we just like take a moment or take a breath here and like look around us and be happy with what we have?
Yeah.
And I think you've done a lot better job of doing that kind of thing.
Because you're not going to find joy if you're just like thinking about the next thing, which is what I used to do a lot.
You gotta have joy in the journey, not just the destination.
Right. Because once you get to the destination, it's like, well,
what do we do now?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So it's just a mindset shift that, you know, sometimes takes time, and it's not disparaging about looking forward to the future. It's just make sure you're enjoying the moments that it takes to get there.
Right. And sometimes you're really good at reminding me to do that when I'm in my head about something specifically. Or it's like, there's been some times that it's like I'm just walking, I don't know, into work, out of work, into a home, out of a home, whatever it may be. And it's like, why do I not look up at the sky and like just breathe and enjoy like being? Just enjoy being.
Yeah, just sit down and enjoy some nice weather, and the birds are chirping. Sometimes just go sit on the back deck for 5-10 minutes and being like, okay, we can just take a breath here and enjoy our surroundings, enjoy our dog, enjoy each other's company, and kind of, be happy with that. Mm-hmm. Let go of the pressure to plan for the future and just be happy with you and us. And I think it's very important. And I think you've done such a great job at improving that kind of mentality.
Yeah. Do you think I improved more than you have? In general
you've
sense.
improved more on that. Just in general, yeah. I think just the nature of the job of you traveling around has helped.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Just definitely more room to grow those kind of things for sure. And then, I think I've always also just kind of had the mentality of enjoy the moment type thing. Yeah. Not plan for the future. To quote one of my very good friends, we used to have a quote in high school, and it's called, "We don't plan this shit." And it's
very true.
We just get together and, good things happen. And it's just how life goes on, and we just enjoy our time together and enjoy doing what we do and having fun, and we'll just keep going from there. We don't always have to come in with a plan. The plan is being together.
Yeah.
And then that's all we need.
And like you said, the plan is being together. And if you surround yourself with like people who uplift you, then it's always going to be a good time, or should be.
Mm-hmm. Most of the time.
I mean, they can uplift you while you're crying, but so that's not really a good time. But it feels good that they're helping you.
Yep.
Yeah, I do think it's too much to try to plan everything. That's too much weight on you, in addition to your day-to-day tasks and your day-to-day stressors. It's just like, it is what it is. Hands off. Mm-hmm. Hands off, Gabriella.
Yep. You gotta trust that things will work out the right way. And not always plan everything. Not saying plans are bad.
No.
Because you do need general outlines for things 100%. At least. But, kind of let them work out where they fall, and it's supposed to be what's supposed to be.
And plan definitely for Tristan's friends, because it's like trying to gather cats in a barn.
Yeah, sometimes it's like herding cats.
No offense. Yeah, herding cats. That's the good analogy for that.
You just try to grab as many as you can before they run away from you.
Mm-hmm. And you just kind of have to embrace uncertainty with confidence and just go full forward, Mm-hmm. And if you do that, you're going to grow and enjoy yourself a lot better. And you just got to trust that things will work out even without a plan. Like, you'll figure it out, as Tristan will say, so.
Yeah. Couple check-in. You get 2 sentences. How are you feeling about the news of this most recent door closing?
2 sentences. Yep. At first,
I was afraid. I was petrified.
I was just thinking that, but that's not my 2 sentences. At first, I was really sad, but now I feel kind of like a weight lift off my shoulders of that responsibility of that job, and the weight of, I know this is a very run-on
the sentences are running. Call it a track star.
And yeah, but I feel like I'm good, and I made a lot of cool friends, and everything will be okay. Mm-hmm. Excited for the future. Yeah. How about you? Good. Your 2 sentences.
My 2 sentences. At first I was surprised.
But
now I just want to eat some fries.
Ew. No, you don't.
No, at first I was surprised. But you just have to keep it moving. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, PT tip of this episode. When one door closes, a million open up. That's the beauty of travel life and just life in general. You're never stuck in just one opportunity or one path. You can kind of choose it. In travel life, contracts end, locations change, and sometimes the plan you thought you had doesn't pan out. But with every ending comes a fresh start. You got new clinics, new communities, new chances to grow both personally and professionally. The key is to stay open to what's next and trust that each transition brings its own set of possibilities. Any thoughts on that tip, Tristan?
I think that's a lovely tip. Just gotta go with it and accept the different changes and know that more opportunities are coming down the line.
Roll with the punches.
Mm-hmm. Alright friends, as we close out today's episode, we just want to leave you with this thought. There's real power in living in the moment and being open to what comes. Life doesn't always have to follow a 5-year plan, and sometimes the best memories and growth come from the unexpected.
So, how are you embracing spontaneous life? We'd love to hear from you. Send us a message or share your story with us.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a review. It really helps us keep these conversations going.
And be sure to join us next time for Let's Talk About Burnout and Why It's Okay to Pause, where we'll dive into what burnout really looks like and why rest isn't weakness and how to hit reset without guilt. You don't want to miss it. We do episodes every Saturday, alternating between mini episodes and full episodes.
So until next time,
keep loving,
keep laughing,
and most importantly,
keep taking the next step.